Hey Virgo, it is your June 17th daily reading. Um, okay, so I'm gonna tell a little intuitive message. So, for me, I used to try to control everything, and being in this twin flame journey, I realized that I cannot control everything. Okay. I started to realize that when I tried to control things, I was bringing in things that weren't even meant for me, nor suited for me, nor things that I even wanted. Okay? And when I learned to stop trying to control this journey, stop trying to control, my life, and mostly just this love aspect, everything started to begin to just fall together. People who weren't meant to be in my life started removing themselves from my life. Because when I was trying to control things, I was like, no, there's no way this person can be supposed to be leaving my life. That just doesn't even sound right. Leave my life? Why? That don't even make sense. That's because I was trying to control things. When in all reality, that person was showing me time after time after time after time that they were not meant to be in my life. But me being me, I kept trying to force people and make people fit into a mold of what I believe that they should be. So when I finally looked at things and I realized, I'm like, you know what? At the end of the day, I deserve love. I'm out here being open. I'm out here loving people, giving. I deserve what's meant for me. So no more will I try to control things and add and invite karmics into my life and invite soulmates. No. I want my one. So instead of adding in these people, I will heal myself. I'm going to meet people on the way that are going to show me messages and things to help me stay on the right path. Like when I was struggling to forgive, I met a guy when I went to go get some tacos who literally just told me, you remind me of this woman that I met, and I wanted to apologize because I was rude to her and I didn't like her for honestly just no reason other than that I know that she didn't want me back. And it's kind of like I realize that people want to apologize and people want to really genuinely be there. And when people are floating, they're not doing things that, they're just not doing things that are good for you. And I feel like with this, if this was in reverse, I would say that maybe you're realizing that, yeah, all your cups are broken, but they were all broken because they were all cracked or had this wrong with it or this, so they had to go. You're realizing that everything, all the cups that fell and all the cups that broke, they broke for a reason. To bring you to this person who is going to strip you of feeling like you can just control everything and letting you flow with divine guidance and control what you let come towards you now. Control isn't putting things into your life that aren't meant to be there. And I mean by trying to, you want this job so bad that you're not willing to wait. So now you're going to get this job that you hate and really the job that you really wanted was around the corner. Or, you know, you want this car and you don't want to wait, so you spend the money to buy this new car now, and then you see it a couple days later and would have been like, if I would have waited out, there's this car that's so much cheaper that is freaking like literally the my dream car, everything that I want, cheap as shit, but because I wanted to try to control things and I wanted to try to make things happen when I wanted it to happen, I didn't even get to gain my blessings, is what I'm saying. And I say that to let you know that I feel like today's reading is going to go a little bit about how you guys are kind of realizing that everything that has happened and fell apart and everything that you went through happened for a reason, so that you can learn to not control things that, you know, are going to come to you, but control the way that you react. Control where you put your attention. You know, like say you're sitting here thinking, well, everything's so horrible. Nope, you're like, I can control where my mind goes. I can control, instead of focusing on what I don't want, focusing on driving myself towards what I do want. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. I had to take a little walk today. Energies are all over the place, okay? All over the place. I feel like you guys are getting ready for a change, you know, making things right with your finances and where your mind is at. You know, you guys are starting to really get down and see that this is the point in your life where you can either see the truth that you need to be letting go of control and things that God can control, and just trying to control things that you can control through your day-to-day life. Or you can fall further into deception and feel like, well, you know what? I don't care. I'm going to try to take control of this situation. I'm going to make this man mine. I'm going to, you know, even if he's not doing what he's supposed to be doing, even if he's not treating me right, even if da-da-da-da, yes, you're going to control, and you might be able to bring this man back, right? If this is a man, or, you know, like a car or something. But I'm talking about a man because we have the Son of Wands here. So, and there's a man in the picture. So, you're like, what was I saying? Oh, you can either, let go of control and control things that you truly can control, or you're going to try to control the situation with this man or woman, turn them into, try to make them be ready for something that you know that they're not ready for, fall further into deception, kind of like, you're just like, you know, I see that they're not ready, and I see that I'm not ready, and I see that this person just doesn't treat me right, or, you know, whatever. And I see this, but this is my life, and I can control, and if I want them to stay in my life, they will. Well, okay, you might be able to control them staying in your life, but are you going to get what you deserve? Are you going to get the nourishment? Are they going to get the nourishment? Are you guys still going to be bickering and fighting? Are they still going to be trying to treat you like shit? Are they still going to be just full of all the dumb shit that you don't want to have to keep dealing with, things that are not even healthy? Toss up. Whichever you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what your choices are. I'm here to tell you what direction you can go, like your paths. I'm not the one to push you and be like, yeah, go down the middle one or go down this one. No, do whatever is best for you and do whatever you want to do. But I'm just here to be like, you know, give a little advice. Because in my opinion, when I let go of control, things that were meant for me started to flow in. And yeah, it might have not been love right then and there, but you have to get yourself together before you add somebody else to the equation. And it's like, in today's society, nobody really wants to realize that. It's just like, it's love, whatever, you're just messing with. No, that's because everybody's okay with settling for soulmates and not being nourished and fulfilled within. Well, I want something serious, and I want something real. I want my one. I don't want to settle for a soulmate anymore. And I know that in order to get my one and have my one come towards me, I have to be healed. Not 100%, but I have to be definitely healing. I have to at least be over 50% healed. Because under 50%, you're floating. 50%, you figured out that you got wings. And above that, now you're flying with the wings. Now you're learning how to fly with them. Now you're learning how to do things, you know? To me, I feel like I'm about 55% healed. In all honesty, like, you know, just a couple months ago, I just realized, I just seen the wings for real. I seen the feathers and built my wings. And now I'm kind of learning how to use them. And me learning how to use them is me being here trying to help as many people as I can, you know? You know. So, you know, like, maybe you or this person was overbearing, too much, insensitive, just not a good time. Just a karmic, pretty much. You're being a karmic. Or that person was a karmic. Was being a karmic. And now, it's kind of like you're sitting here and realizing that more is not better. More is not always better. You know, maybe you were the person who wasn't really 100% treating this person right for some of you. And you're starting to realize and see that for yourself. See maybe that you were trying to be too controlling. And you lost this person, and now you're kind of like, you were being controlling, and you went out and tried to think that more was better. You went out here and did your dirt and thought that more was better. 11:55. So some of y'all went out here and thought that these hoes out here had more than what your shorty had, and you got humbled real quick and realized that it wasn't. Because you weren't really thinking about the long term. You were thinking about the now. You were thinking about the satisfaction of that moment right then and there. You weren't thinking how you love this woman so much, or you love this man so much that you don't want to lose them, and that you love them so completely and deeply. But that's what happens when you take things for granted. They get snatched from you. And yep, this was your divine partner. Yep, that was your divine partner. You were clinging on to this old hoe life. This life of when you were a hoe and you had all this fun and you was doing that. Well, yeah, that was fun to you then, because that satisfied you then, and you didn't have your divine partner in your life who actually fulfilled you way more than these hoes. So you're sitting here holding on to what used to be so much that you're thinking, well, shit, this relationship thing is not as easy as I thought it was going to be. And you pretty much are like, honestly, you might have been the problem, or the other person. If you're scoffing when I said that you're the problem, you might be the problem. If you're kind of like, well, you actually might not be the problem. You know, but you wanted to hold on to that whole life. You wanted to hold on to those, to those things that used to suit you before you grew. Of course, that's my whole thing, is people always want to look at the past and be like, yes, this made me so happy at that time. Like, they want to hold on to the past. But it's like, it suited and made you happy in the past. You moved away from it and let go of it because it stopped fulfilling you. So you think now, since you're feeling a little fulfilled, or you might be feeling like a little nostalgic looking back at what used to be, that things might just be better that way. But clearly you effed around and realized that more isn't better. You realize these hoes ain't got nothing, not even a candle to my divine feminine. So now you're facing the consequences. You're now you gotta sit and look at yourself and look at what happened, and look at what you did, because now she's not looking at you. She's not worried about you. I mean, she might be hurting, and she might be seeing you know, she might be she probably still loves you. She definitely still has a place in her heart for you. She definitely, you know, all the things that were, because this is a divine partnership. This is true love right here. So it's like, yes, she does feel all that way about you still, but now her eyes are shut. Now she refuses to even see you, because she's like, nah, you thought more was better. Go be with more. Go be with more. You thought it was so good. You thought it was so great. Go be with more. Because now I don't want you. Now I don't want no parts of that. Now she's, for me, with my whatever, it was to the point where it was like, I can't even like keep doing this with you. Like, it's to the point like all the signs are there. You know, I see his name everywhere. His birthday is being like popped up, said all the time. You know, I feel, you know, I've tried to cut the cord so many times, and it's like, this dude knows I'm trying to cut the cord, and it's like, imagine, like, when, it's so easy for me to cut cords, because I just imagine a cord between me and this person. I just cut it, and then I feel nothing about it. With this person, I be having to imagine and hurry up and make a little thing, and then all of a sudden it's attached again. I'm like, yo. And it's like, yes, all the signs are there, but I'm definitely at the high priestess, where I'm like, I don't see shit. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing but the pain this nigga brought me. I don't see nothing but the BS that this person brought me. I don't see nothing but what seemed to me, what had to be lies. Because I know I wouldn't do him like that. I know I wouldn't do nothing to hurt him like that. So you want to go out here and do that? Well, go ahead. You're not for me, honey. She's just like, I'm ready for a new adventure. I'm ready for a new start. I'm ready to go forward. I'm ready to you know, just do me. Like, I got this little fish in my cup. Some of y'all, I got this drink in my cup. You know, you like, I'm right here turned. Whatever. This Sunday, I'm getting turned. And I don't care. I'm going to sit and think about what I'm going to do to keep me good. To keep me Gucci, you know? Because I feel like she realized that she's outnumbered. And like, literally. Because whoever you brought into the situation, she's not rocking with it. She's not messing with it. This karmic, or she feels like she's outnumbered, because it's like, now I feel like you're just like, you're looking at everything. I don't want to be a part of this. I don't want to put in this work to know that there's always going to be someone to grab your attention, to grab your eye, somebody that you feel is good enough to make you run away from us. Or this is that your divine feminine is moving on. You're feeling outnumbered because you had this energy of being flighty and being all, like, oh, 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 oh. You had that energy of, do I want, like, when you doubted this. You doubted this and let somebody in. And now, once you realize the grass ain't greener, not even close, you stepped into, like, literal dirt. They don't even got grass. They got patches of grass. When you looked online, it was all grass, right? It seemed all good. And your divine feminine, yeah, she was out here and had this abundant forest and all this good shit, but online, shawty looked like she got a full-grown garden out here. And when you pull up, you realize she catfished your ass, and all she has is patches of grass and a bunch of dirt. And that's what you'll always realize when you try to run the karmics when you're with your divine partner. Now you're ready to play and win. Now you're ready to go towards it. Because before you was making empty promises, action with no purpose, just doing shit. Really. And now you're ready to step into your divinity, and being ready to step into your divinity, you're gonna find something that's gonna be nourishing. You're gonna nourish yourself, and you're gonna nourish this love, because yes, you hit rock bottom, you feel, or you went through a time of real pain, but you found the jewels that were hidden in the pain. If this is your divine partner, this had to happen so that you guys could grow. There sometimes has to be in twin flame situations a situation of doubt, so that everybody can realize that this is really what they want. In the pain, in the BS, when the person that you love so deeply and you feel like nobody else could fulfill you that way, when you find that, now you're kind of like, okay, so how can I fulfill myself? How can I, that's kind of how what happened with me, is that it was like once I realized that, at first I was always like, I could just throw somebody in here and they'll fulfill me, and, I'll feel great, whatever. I'll just start messing with somebody and they'll entertain me. I'll feel good. They'll give me some good feelings, Until I ran into somebody that I'm like, yo, this person, and don't nobody make me feel like this person. Nobody can make me feel the way that this person feels. And when I realized that, and I couldn't move on, I couldn't do what I used to do, where I just run to somebody else. No, because when I started to look for something better than that, I couldn't find it. Or I could get better, but it's too quick. It wasn't sincere. Or it was sincere on their side, but it wasn't sincere over here. I wasn't feeling it. Like, people talking about trying to marry me, have their babies, have their kids, all that. And I'm sitting here like, this is not what I want from you at all. So I started to realize, you know what, I gotta fulfill myself. I don't got time to be trying to waste my time putting my time and energy into nobody but me. Nobody but me. And that's it. That's what it is. It is what it is. So just focus on yourself, Virgo. Focus on getting your, looking at, why was I put in this situation? Why did I think that there was better? Well, that's because you were still feeling a little empty, because yes, your divine feminine is going to complete you, but if you're not loving yourself, well, then it's going to be a struggle. It's going to be a struggle to be able to love your divine partner the right way. Maybe that's where it is. You have to forgive yourself for not loving yourself enough to love your divine partner right. So take the time to go love yourself, love your intuition, love your inner, and really go out here and get to know yourself. Grow more as a person before you come back to your divine feminine. Show her different. Show her what she's never seen before, so that she has no objection, no nothing. All she can do is just invite you in with open arms. You know, you might have to put in a little work, because if you done, stepped out and stuff, you definitely gonna have to put in some work. But you gotta be willing to put in the work and mean it. So, my advice is to go within. Figure out what nourishes you inside, so that you can nourish your love inside. Okay? It's a good message for y'all, Virgos. Peace, love, prosperity, abundance to you and your unions. Be great out here, y'all. And I send strength to free fall into God's arms and follow the path that is meant for you.